In today's video, I will be giving you 6 fragrances that when you're dressed up, going out, making an impression, you want to smell just as good as you look, because at the end, you just want to be a gentleman. Hello everyone and welcome. If this is your first time visiting this channel is about fragrance reviews that is done weekly, and I try to give you different aspects on different fragrances that no one is covering. And if you think that you will enjoy that kind of content, go ahead, consider subscribing to the channel, joining this channel, and I will continue to bring you great reviews and different fragrances. Also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. So without any further ado, let's bring you this banging list. I'm gonna give you 6 of these fragrances, and I guarantee you will smell just like a gentleman. First fragrance we have is Unwashed Journeyman. Now you want to talk about a fragrance that make you feel like a gentleman while being dressed up, smelling your best. This is the one to get. Now you're talking about a house that make a lot of different gentleman type fragrances, but one of my favorite from the house is Journeyman. Now right away you're gonna get this nice, fresh, clean Szechuan pepper that adding like a hot spice, making it peppery. It's almost green at the opening, along with being very spicy. Also in the top, you're gonna get this nice cardamom. Now the cardamom is also combined with this juniper berry that adding like a piney note. Now the cardamom and the juniper berry play very nice with each other. The cardamom is more in the background while the juniper berry is more up front, but combined they're making a peppery, spicy, almost dark, piney fragrance, making it very sexy in the opening. Also in the heart, you're going to get this tonka that making it warm, adding a little bit sweetness. That is combined with a traditional tobacco note. The tobacco note is kind of dark. Then when it goes into the base, you're getting the cypriol that making it earthy, making it dry, making it spicy also. So this is very spicy fragrance. It has some sweetness. Then in the base, you're also gonna get some leather that blends everything together, making this a spicy, smoky, woody fragrance that's also resinous, one I think you will enjoy, and that's Unwashed Journeyman from the House of Unwashed. Kind of expensive, but if you search right, you can find them mid 100 mark. One definitely worth picking up. Now this next fragrance, it exudes class and it make you feel just like a gentleman. Now there's nothing unisex about this fragrance. It's straight masculine. And the fragrance I'm talking about is coming from the House of Salvatore Ferragamo Oud. Now when I first purchased this fragrance, I didn't really think by reading the notes that I would like it, but this is a lovely fragrance. If you're intimidated by the note of oud, don't be, because this is more of a woody fragrance. It does have kind of some skankiness, smokiness to it, but it's nothing to be intimidated by. Now when it's first opened up, you're gonna get a nice rum note. You're gonna get that tobacco, you're gonna get some spices. Then once it dries down, you're gonna get a heavy dose of leather. Now the leather in this is not overwhelming, but you're gonna get a heavy dose of it. And when it drops to the base, you're gonna get some benzoin, making it smell like a smooth, rich, sweet vanilla. And then you're gonna get some warm, woody notes of garlic wood. Now this is woody, it's spicy, it's slightly sweet with some leathery undertones, one I know you will enjoy, and that's Salvatore Ferragamo Oud. Now this next fragrance, I don't understand why it did never make it big, because this is an older fragrance, but you want to talk about a great smelling, masculine, very unique fragrance that by the name, you would think the note is in it. Reading the notes, it don't have this note in it, but it smells just like you're getting a heavy dose of sage. And the fragrance I'm talking about is coming from the House of Divine, L'Homme Sage. Now right away you're gonna get this mandarin orange added along with some cardamom. So the cardamom is not overly spicy because of that orange that's added in the opening. Then when it goes into the heart, you're gonna get some cedar. Now the cedar wood in this is not overly sharp. It's more of a smooth, woody note. You're also gonna get this patchouli. Patchouli sits back in the background, so it's not up front. Also, you're gonna get this fir note that making it smooth, rich, warm, and balsamic. In the base, you get a heavy dose of amber that bringing a lot of spice. Now you want to talk about a very sexy fragrance that don't get any mention. This is a niche type fragrance. It smells niche. That's spicy, woody, sweet, and it's resinous. And it's coming from the House of Divine, L'Homme Sage. Next fragrance that we have on this list is Unwashed Epic Man. Now you want to talk about a masculine fragrance. Only take 1 or 2 sprays and everybody gonna be looking around wondering who that is smelling that good. See if I can find some room on here to spray. Okay, let's get right here. Now you want to talk about dressing up, gentleman, high class, and it don't take much. It may take 1 or 2 sprays and you're gonna project 6, 7, 8 feet. It's a beastly mode performance. And at the top, you get straight frankincense that adding a smoky richness to the fragrance. Peppery notes of pink pepper, They're making it spicy, making it rich. You're also gonna get cardamom that brings sexiness. You're gonna get nutmeg that also bring more spice. Then when you get to the heart, you're gonna get that myrrh that making a like a vanilla, sweet, balsamic note. Also in the base, you're gonna get leather and oud. This is a very leathery oud fragrance that's very spicy, very resinous with a tiny bit of sweetness. One I think you will enjoy, and that's coming from the House of Unwatched, and that's epic. Now this next fragrance, I definitely couldn't leave off this list. It's an oldie but goldie, and it's very cheap. And the fragrance I'm talking about is coming from the House of Azaro, and that's Per Homme. Now right away, it starts off with this nice lavender. You're gonna get some sweet and bitterness from some lemon notes. So the opening is very herbaceous, very spicy, kind of tangy with that lemon. Now the next note is kind of a controversial note, but in this, it's not overly done. You get that anise that makes it sort of licorice, but combined with that lavender and lemon note, it's kind of blended very well. So you're getting touches and hints of it, but it's not overly done. Then when it goes into the heart, you're gonna get that cedar wood. They give it a little sharpness. You're also gonna get vetiver. They're giving it like a green earthiness, kind of dark note. Then in the base, you're getting oat moss, you're getting amber. Now the amber is very spicy. The oat moss make it earthy and woody. And this is a spicy woody fougere from the House of Azaro, and that's Per Homme. One I know you heard of, but it still need to be mentioned in gentleman type fragrances. Now I was only gonna make this list with 5 fragrances, but this one deserved to be in this spot because this is one of them fragrances that I wore the other day, and I just felt like that true gentleman. Now I was gonna make this list of 5, but I had to throw this in there because I wore it the other day, and it was my scent of the day. And I just came off this trip, and I'm thinking, you know what? That's a very gentleman type fragrance. And the fragrance I'm talking about is from the House of Afnan, Tribute Blue. Now in the opening, you're gonna get this spicy pimento note, almost making it like a peppery, spicy note. And you're also gonna get this nutmeg to add in more spice, kind of giving it a little sweetness, but it's very spicy. Now in the middle of the fragrance, you're getting this cashmere and woods that are giving it like a soft, clean feel, but at the same time, it's being spicy, almost like a creamy powderness to it. Then in the base, you're getting frankincense that add in like a smoky note. You're getting vetiver that making it kind of earthy, and you're getting this nice, clean musk that making the whole composition just spicy, clean, kind of fresh. Now this is a fresh, spicy, smoky aquatic. Although I said aquatic, it leans more to the gentleman side. So if you like aquatic notes, if you're liking the fragrance that's being very masculine, very gentleman, then you need to check out Afnan Tribute Blue. A fragrance, every time I wear it, I get compliments. A very lovely fragrance that's dark, aquatic, one I think you will love, and that's Tribute Blue. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel, joining this channel, helping it grow. Now we'll see everybody soon. Now everybody stay safe. Come back and see me. Peace.